Hey guys, hope you had a great week off last week as we were at Big Stuff. I just wanted to give you kind of a glimpse into what we experienced last week while we were off and away. We had 17 students go. There were 5 of us staff, Robbie and Maggie, me and Jay and Jesse. And we had 17 students go, and basically what we did for a week was we experienced God in an incredible way with these kids, with about 2,000 to 2,500 other students. And a typical day that we experienced was we got up early. A lot of the kids would go down to the beach with us at sunrise, and some of them would work out with us, but we would all spend time reading our Bibles in the morning. Those of them that actually got up and could get out of bed, which was difficult for some of them. But we did that on the beach, and that was incredible in and of itself. And then we would go to a morning session that had Phil Wickham leading worship, and different speakers spoke each time. And then we had the afternoon off, but then at the end of the day, when we went to our night session, we had some private, personal devotion time that every student participated in. It was a requirement, but a lot of times they wanted to do it on their own. And then we went into a night session that was equally incredible as the morning session. And then after that session, we went into small group time where like the girls broke off and had their small group and the guys had theirs. And it was just really an incredible time to watch these kids, because there were some of them you guys actually don't even know. They don't come to Verge. Their parents are there on Sunday mornings and they were able to come. But to see these kids for the first time open up in worship, there was not one student there that did not just absolutely let go during worship and just experience God in that way. And for students, that's so important for them to have that encounter, because when they're feeling that far distance away from God, they can always look back and remember, well, there was that time that I felt God's presence during worship. And so it's so important for them. But they were able to spend time with God every day. It was a time where they were able to read their Bibles, those Bibles we gave them 2 weeks ago, and it was just a really neat time to be able to see them do that. We'd walk around kind of doing our own thing, and we'd see the kids at different places just reading and praying, and that was really awesome. But the speakers were phenomenal. The worship obviously was incredible, but it was a great time that bonded us together, and a great time for them and their relationship with God. And just so you guys know, after we got back, we kind of started talking about the different things that they started sharing with different leaders that they wanted to change or they wanted to implement. And one girl completely deleted all of her really disgusting raunchy music off of her phone, and asked Robbie and Jay to send her all new music because she wants to get that part of her life right. One kid, we knew he felt called to ministry, but he just got to see that on a whole different level this past week. And one kid, the kid I was actually talking about, you guys don't know, he experienced being able to worship with his hands raised for the first time this week, and he's never done that before. And he just said he felt the freedom to do that, and he just completely just abandoned everything and did that. And there's several more stories, so many stories that I actually can't go into at this time. But I just wanted to encourage you guys this week, tomorrow night when we experience Verge, and Jay's shaking his head at me, but I'm going to keep going. When we have Verge, I want you guys to ask the students that went, like, challenge them on that. Don't just say, hey, did you have fun at camp? Like, what did God teach you at camp? Like, what was your experience at camp? What are you going to change in your life now that you're back from camp? Ask those hard questions, and don't let them get off with, I don't know, because they do know. They just don't necessarily want to tell you. So just kind of dig in deeper a little bit with them. But also, I don't want our kids that didn't go to feel left out. So please encourage them as you guys are talking to them. Like, if they're depressed that they didn't get to go, or I'm so sick of hearing about Big Stuff. Somebody posted that on Facebook, but quit rubbing it in my face. Encourage them that, first of all, next year you may be able to go. But what happened to those kids at Big Stuff can happen here at Verge. So we need to be happy for those kids that went to Big Stuff, and now bring it all back to Verge, because God works here just like He works over in Daytona with 2,000 other kids. So encourage them in that. This is not about who got to go and who didn't get to go and have fun. This is a God thing to bring back here at Verge. So just encourage them in that, and encourage the people who went to Big Stuff to just not let that back home from camp blues set in, where they stop experiencing what they experienced because they're not around everything that they were. So just encourage everybody. I cannot wait to be with you guys tomorrow night. We have a lot of fun stuff planned. We're going to kind of try to bring a little bit of Big Stuff back home, and we're going to show the recap video. We're actually going to interview the students on stage. They don't know that yet, so pray for them on that. But it's going to be a lot of fun. So we will see you guys then. We love you. Have a great night.